Welcome to our titanium range of cabinets. We've actually got 3 in the range. Today we're building our 5-shelf unit. It's 1.85 metres high by 900mm wide and 450mm deep. We have a similar version which is slightly wider and deeper, which is our utility cabinet, where on one side you can hang products, and we've also got a short overhead cabinet or base cabinet that's only 900mm high. The construction of all 3 are the same, so I'm going to show you the 5-shelf unit today. Just before we get underway, there's 2 items that I'll be wearing today while we build the unit. One's gloves and of course safety goggles. Let's see how it goes together. So the first step is we'll grab the rear wall, make sure the larger components at the bottom, then you know you've got your orientation right. And we'll grab one of the side walls. Just make sure your notches are at the front. There's a notch on the top and bottom, and that's what connects to the front door. So what we're going to do first is just overlap these 2, and then I'm going to put 3 screws in to lock them in place, and then I'll do the other side. Now that we've got our first 2 walls together, we'll put our first hole in through here, which is pre-drilled. Then as we go up, our second one's about 1.5 feet up, and then the third hole is in the middle. Once we've got those 3 screws in, we'll repeat on the right-hand side. So now we've secured both sides with 3 screws on each side. We're going to put the front doors in, and the notches will simply sit over the top and the bottom. And once we've put the door in, then it's the top panel to secure the front wall. Now that we've got all 3 walls up and the front doors, we're going to put the top shelf in. You can identify the top shelf because it actually has these tabs here, 3 across the front. It's the only one that's got those 3 tabs, and when the door's in position, we'll put a screwdriver through and just push those tabs into the holes. So I'll show you how it goes in now. We actually go from under and lift up. Like so. So what I'll do now, and I'll show you in a second, I'll use this screwdriver and we'll push those tabs in, and we've also got 3 holes in the back, and we'll just screw those in, and we've secured the roof. Now we're going to put in the base shelf. So the base shelf is identifiable because it actually has 2 of these notch tabs, front and back. It also has these notches, which will go only over the front, which will sit over part of the door frame. It's important that we stick the channel, the base shelf, over this lip, and you've also got a lip on the left and the right that the shelf sits on. Let's have a look how it goes together. We've just put the bottom shelf in, so it's time to secure it. We need to put 1 screw in the middle, which I'll show you that hole in a moment, and there's 2 more push-through tabs. The other thing we've done in this instance, we've placed a drop sheet on the ground. You could use a picnic blanket, build it inside in the lounge room, just to ensure that we're protecting the cabinet and not scratching the terrific titanium look. So one of the last steps, we're just putting the shelving hooks in. The back of the hook has the 2 tabs, which slide in like so. And then what you'd do is you'd replicate that at the front with the other hook, and that'll hold your shelves up. So I'm just going to set a couple of my levels now. So I'll just go down And I'll copy that same pattern on the front. And shelf 1 of 5, all hooks are in place. Simple as that. Just a tip when you're putting your shelves in, there is actually a bit of a knob on this little hook, and you'll feel when you put your shelf in, it'll actually clip in place. If you don't get that sort of clip sound, this bracket may have moved a little bit, so just check it from underneath. I'll show you that now. There you go, that's how it clips. Done. Another great tip is don't put the last shelf, your highest shelf, in last, otherwise you won't be able to get it in. There won't be enough angle to get it in. You can see here those little notches, so that'll just clip over here, like so. The doors have a spring-loaded hinge which can actually be replaced at any time, but with your kit you'll get a couple of these caps just to go over to cover those holes, one on the left and right. And that's how we build the 5-shelf titanium cabinet. So it's a pretty easy install, not many tools are required. You can use a rubber mallet and a Phillips head screwdriver. And the last part is to lock it, which is one of the great features of the cabinet, that you can keep all of your tools safe. And this is how we do the utility version, which has the centre divider. It's pretty easy to orientate. You can see where we'll put our pole, which matches up with the inside of the cupboard and the top shelf. And what we've got here is 2 slots, top and bottom, that will slide into. And then there's 2 fixing screws in the back. Let's have a look. So now we're just putting the top shelf in on the utility side. There's one shelf that's a little bit smaller than all the others, and that goes on the utility side. There we go, nice and snug. Once the top shelf's in, then we'll put our coat hanger in. So one of the last steps, we're just putting the shelving hooks in. The back of the hook has the 2 tabs, which slide in like so. And then what you'd do is you'd replicate that at the front with the other hook, and that'll hold your shelves up. So I'm just going to set a couple of my levels now. So I'll just go down, and I'll copy that same pattern on the front. And that's our Stratco Utility Titanium cupboard with top shelf, coat hanger and 5 shelves. Terrific unit. Thanks for watching.